What's up, everybody? Today, as promised, I'm going to be doing a Blu-ray and DVD collection update, even though this is my first video, so there's really not much of an update. Right now, my collection is like abnormally small. I haven't had the money at all. I even started selling a lot of it, so I'm between jobs right now, and I have a part-time job that's kind of starting up right now. So hopefully, by the end of the summer or so, I could double this. Really, right now it's tiny as shit. You're gonna see it in a second. But yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is I did a trade with a guy in here, Jay, also known as Absolute Sublime One. Nicest guy in the world. His videos are awesome. He posts new videos all the time, like every day. Almost always related to movies and stuff, sometimes some other stuff, but he's a very interesting guy, very, very, very nice guy, and we did a little trade. I gave him a couple Blu-rays, or I gave him 2 Blu-rays, and then I gave him a little extra something, but he sent me his package today, and he gave me 2 Blu-rays, and then a third Blu-ray, which I wasn't expecting, and it's like a kind of a big deal because it's a third Blu-ray and it's probably not cheap. So I'm gonna have to one-up him next time we do a trade, which hopefully is soon, Jay. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna show you that I got this package in the mail just a little while ago. And the 3 Blu-rays that he sent me were Insidious, The Last Exorcism, and Pandorum. Now, I've seen Insidious. Insidious is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, which I know a lot of people will disagree with. For some reason, I don't know what it was, but I just fell in love with that movie. I haven't been scared by a movie in a very long time, and that one actually creeped me out a lot. I just thought everything in it was very well done. The one thing that really surprised me was how much hype it got and just how popular of a horror movie it was. I mean, horror movies don't really get much recognition these days, especially, at least not over here in the States. The majority of the stuff that makes all the money is, superhero movies, action movies, and comedies that have Adam Sandler in it. It's pathetic. But it's the truth. And so I was surprised this one hit so big. I first saw it on DVD a few months after it was released, so I wasn't really on time with it, but I had heard plenty about it. So I felt like I had to check it out. I thought it was really gonna suck because it was. I felt like a lot of people watched it and said that it sucked because they want to sound all macho and act like they didn't get scared because they don't watch horror movies much. But for me, I personally liked it. I know a lot of people didn't, and for legitimate reasons, I do understand. But for me, it was a big one, and The Last Exorcism, this was supposed to be included in the trade, so I'm very happy about this. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. Like critic reviews that I've seen have been positive for the most part, but it seems like most users that watch it hate it. But I've always wanted to check it out. Jay said it's really good, it's underrated, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. And then he sent me Pandorum, which I know absolutely nothing about. But I'm very excited to check this one out because it does look very interesting. Dennis Quaid is in it, Ben Foster's in it, so it's not some crappy cast. I love Dennis Quaid, I always have. So hopefully that'll be good. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's about. The cover of it looks pretty badass, so I don't know. Just have to wait and see. I'm going to check that out probably later today. Probably going to watch all 3 of these today. I got nothing else to do right now, so might as well, right? But from now on, I'm just going to show the rest of my Blu-ray and DVD collection. But before I do that, I just want to say, again, thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate this. I want to do more trades again in the future for sure. I appreciate throwing this in as well. That means a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna show you my Blu-ray stuff. I'm gonna put his link to his channel down in the description below. And you can check him out definitely. I don't know how much me saying that is gonna make a difference because my videos aren't really popular, except for one, but it's not related to any of this. So hopefully, if you guys check, if anybody watches this, which there will be a few, I guess, but definitely check his channel out. He deserves a lot of credit. He's the nicest guy in the world, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to movies. So definitely give him a look and give him your support and love. He deserves it. Alright, now since this is such a small little collection, I am going to talk briefly, excuse me, about each one. Sorry, moving positions here. You know, like I said, it's tiny as shit. Some of these, you know, down there you just see South Park and Criminal Minds, so it's not even all movies. I really do hope on that I can manage to double this by the end of the summer. That's my goal. You know, hopefully I can fill up the rest of the shelf, which is not much, but, you know, one step at a time. We all start somewhere, and thanks to Jay, I'm starting out pretty well because those are 3 movies that I'm really, really happy about. So I'm going to start off at the top here with The Exorcist. This is the first Blu-ray that I got, I believe. Yeah, back in the day, which was a Wednesday. The Exorcist is my all-time favorite horror movie. This is the collector's, or is it the collector's edition? It's one of the digibook things. Sorry for the lighting here, but it comes with both the director cut and the theatrical cut, and it's got all sorts of information and stuff inside. It's really, really cool. It's an awesome book, and you know, the movie is just such a classic. Movie ruined my life. I watched it when I was 8 years old, and didn't sleep again until I was about 12, and it ruined my life, and I just wanted to die, and that was the greatest thing in the world. If a movie can do that to you, you have to give it fucking credit. I don't care. Like, it seriously, it made me miserable for a long time. But looking back on that, that's just incredible that a movie could do that. Second one here is Trick or Treat. You know, fuck it, I'm not gonna take all these out. But hold on. Trick or Treat is a great movie. Damn, this light is shit. It's a great movie. It's a Halloween anthology kind of movie. There's multiple stories in it, and the thing I really liked it wasn't super duper scary, but it was creepy. Had a great atmosphere. But the thing I loved was that every single story in it was extremely unpredictable, and that made the entire thing very exciting. And it was just a lot of fun. I would definitely check that one out if you get the chance. I think it's pretty cheap too. So the next one is Reservoir Dogs. It's Quentin Tarantino's first major film. That's an absolute classic in my opinion. I'm a huge Tarantino fan, and I got that thing for like $5, so it was kind of a no-brainer. It's a great movie, great crime, action, it's not drama, but you know, it's Tarantino. It's just very Tarantino-esque. So definitely check that one out. The next one, God Bless America. I do want to take this one out just because you guys, this movie is so fucking hysterical. If you have not seen it, which you probably haven't, because I know most people haven't, I definitely check this one out. It's not for everybody though. I should say that. Essentially, the movie's about a guy, Frank. This guy up here. He's terminally ill, and he sees America kind of going down the shitter in terms of, like, you know, pop culture and just everything that is happening in our country that just sucks and gives us the reputation that we've unfortunately earned. And since he's dying, he decides to kind of go out with a bang. And it's just, this movie is just an awesome action, it's a comedy more than anything. It's just this hysterical journey of this guy just going around and, you know, making people pay, basically. I mean, it's brutal, it's bloody, and it's just fucking hysterical. In fact, right up there it says, bloody brilliant and funny as hell, and that's exactly what it is. So, it's this really, really smart, well-written movie. Definitely check this one out. Whether you like comedies or not, it's definitely worth your time if you can appreciate the whole, there's a lot of shit wrong with America concept. You know what? Fuck it. I am going to take all these out. Alright. The next one is The Descent. This was a fantastic horror movie. It's a British film. It was very low budget, which you can tell from some of the effects in the movie, but what they did with it was incredible. It's an absolutely brilliant movie. It is terrifying. It's one of the scary. I mean, I haven't seen. I don't want to act like I've seen every fucking horror movie ever made, but this was an absolutely terrifying movie, and it's got great actors, actresses. I think almost the entire cast is female. Some of them are pretty attractive as well. So, anyways, definitely check this one out. It's very scary. It's pretty bloody. It's a lot of fun. Definitely check this one out. The next movie in here is Pulp Fiction. Now, Pulp Fiction is, I've watched quite a few movies in my time, not as many as some people, but Pulp Fiction is hands down, without question, my all-time favorite movie. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Everything about this movie I see as being perfect. It just fucking... I don't like swearing, but, when I'm talking about Pulp Fiction, I don't even fucking care, because this shit's just amazing. I think most of you guys have probably seen it, but if you haven't, it's Tarantino at his absolute best, meshing together multiple stories, and just a hysterical, bloody, awesome, just action movie. It's you have to see it. There's no way to explain Pulp Fiction. You really can't. You just have to see it. It is pretty long. It's over 2.5 hours, so make sure you know what you're getting yourself into before watching it, because you do need to watch it in one sitting for sure. But definitely check this one out if you haven't already. Next one is another Tarantino, Inglourious Basterds. It was a great movie as well. Most of these movies in my collection, since I've sold so many of them, you could probably, expect that the ones that are left are movies that I like. Inglourious Basterds it's a great movie. It's it's fun. It's Tarantino. I mean, it's about it's a delicate story in that it's about Nazis and the the horrors of the war, but Tarantino takes an awesome approach, and he takes Brad Pitt and puts him in a group of these guys that just go out and hunt these bastards down, and it's a hysterical, fun ride, and I definitely recommend this one to absolutely anybody if you're of age. It's rated R, so I don't want to start saying if you're young to watch this, but this is a movie I would definitely check out if you get the chance, for sure. And my last Blu-ray, I know it's pretty pathetic that this is actually my last Blu-ray, but last Blu-ray is A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick. This is an absolutely amazing film. I saw this probably a few months ago for the first time ever, and it's one of those movies that when I watch it and I finished it, I was like, how the hell have I never seen this thing? It's a great, great, great movie. It's one of those movies that you can't choose a genre with it, because it's really fucked up. It's a drama, but it also has a lot of really screwed up comedy elements to it. And, especially for the time, which it was, I can imagine was pretty controversial. But it also has a lot of, underlying, I don't want to say conspiracy, but a lot of corruption, government corruption themes within it, especially towards the end of the movie, which I won't get into. But it's a great movie. Definitely check this one out if you haven't already. Alright, now the DVDs. First one, this is actually my friend's disc. I don't know why I still have it, but I do. His dog ate it, as you can see. Paranormal Activities, the original. I was not a big fan of this movie. I hated the first, I think it was like an hour and a half movie, so I hated the first hour and 15 minutes of it. The last 15 minutes I fucking loved. I thought it was terrifying and awesome. But everything before that was just slow and stupid, and I know it was low budget at the time, but it was just, I hated it. It reminded me a lot of the Blair Witch Project, which is in my opinion, is probably the most overrated movie of all time. And because it's kind of the found footage sort of thing. So if you haven't checked this one out, it's it's gotten so much hype, and there's so many installments in it now that I wouldn't even check it out. But if you want to, go ahead. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but no, this thing isn't really for me. I saw the third one, was not a fan. So yeah. The next one in here is War of the Worlds, the Tom Cruise version. I know a lot of people hate this movie. For me, it was I loved it. It came out back in 2005, and I remember I was at the movies back in '04. Shit, I keep moving positions. I'm sorry. I was in the theaters back in '04, and there was a trailer a year in advance for this thing, and I just was like obsessed with that trailer. And so I was looking forward to it for a really long time. And in 2005, when it came out, I mean, I was in 7th grade, so it's, it didn't take much to impress me. So I absolutely love this movie, and that might affect the way I see it now because I just watched it a few days ago. But I still absolutely love it. I think Tom Cruise is fantastic in it. Dakota Fanning kind of annoys me, especially in this movie, but I thought it was really well written. And I just thought it was a lot of fun. I didn't like the ending, though. I thought the ending was way too happy. But, it's Steven Spielberg, so that's kind of what you expect. Next one here is a really beat-up copy of the original Wrong Turn. Jesus, the light is awful. I'm sorry. Well, the Wrong Turn is a movie came out back in, like, '03, I think. I really just did not like this one. I know a lot of people did. For me, I just could not get into it. I tried, believe me, I tried. But it just didn't do anything for me. I thought it was really, really, really generic and predictable, and I just didn't enjoy it. I really didn't. But the main chick in it was extremely attractive, so that always is a good way to keep a movie going. And so I managed to watch the whole thing probably because of her. Next one in here is actually a movie I have not seen yet, but I plan on checking it out. Memento. I got this pretty recently, and I've heard nothing but rave things about it, so I definitely got to check it out. And it seems cool, so I don't want to, dig too deep into it because I don't know really anything about it. But it sounds like a cool movie, and I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out. Next one is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, the movie. This movie can kind of be described just by uh-oh right there. I mean, this movie is just, for the time, especially because this was very early on in South Park's career, its lifetime, I guess, this movie was so offensive and just so over the top and just sick and twisted, and it was amazing. And, this movie really, really helped. It definitely helped, make the series what it is today. It's so big now, and this is just such an epic movie. Most of you guys have probably seen it. Definitely check it out if you haven't. A lot of classic scenes in this movie. Very controversial, so it's always good. Watched it about 100 times. I also have The Exorcist on DVD, but I already showed you the Blu-ray of that. Like I already said, it's just epic horror movie. This I got recently. It's an 8-movie little 2-disc set thing. It was $1. I can't remember where I got it, but I found this thing for $1. I'm familiar with Reflecting Skin. I have not seen it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. And 8 movies for $1. I know they're probably going to be shitty, but I decided to check them out anyways. So far, I have not watched Reflecting Skin. I've watched Invisible and Frozen in Fear, both of which absolutely fucking sucked, even for the, even for my horrendous expectations and ridiculously low budget stuff. Invisible, I can't believe this, but I swear to God, there was probably 50 different times in the movie where I saw the cameraman. I mean, like, are you kidding me? It is really not that hard to edit that shit out. It was just pathetic. It was an awful movie. Oh, I don't even want to get into that. I'm just going to get pissed off. Next one is United 93. This is quite a movie. It's a very, very sad, very inspirational movie. 9/11 is quite a serious topic. Darkest Day in America, obviously, and it was a great movie. You know, it didn't take the sad approach to the whole incident. It took more of a heroic, because this United 93 was, you know, Flight 93, that a lot of people think was headed towards Washington and ended up in a, you know, field in Pennsylvania, all because the passengers aboard, you know, they attacked, they fought back, and you know, they made sure that it didn't happen. Very, very beautiful story. Just a fantastic movie all around. Great acting. Very sad, but very informative, and just a great movie to feel good about. And then finally, I have it's a double feature of Dawn of the Dead, the remake, and Land of the Dead, George Romero's. Dawn of the Dead, the remake. I know it's pathetic, but I have not seen the original. The remake, I was not too big on it. You know, I didn't hate it, but oh my God, hold on, does this light work? Okay, that's too much brightness. Okay, so now I don't feel like too much of an idiot for not having that. Well, no, fuck me. I should have had this on the whole time. Damn it. Well, anyways, Dawn of the Dead, the remake, wasn't a big fan. I thought it was kind of stupid. You know, I liked the comedy of it, but it just didn't do too much for me. Land of the Dead, I have seen about 20 minutes of it, and I gotta keep watching it for sure. It seemed pretty interesting, so definitely gonna keep checking that out. And then, you know, I have a few TV stuff here. I mean, I have Criminal Minds Season 5. I had all the original seasons 1 through 4 as well. Excuse me, but I did sell those, but I didn't feel bad about selling those, even though I usually do. Excuse me. Wow. The reason I sold the original ones was because, you know, I feel like Criminal Minds I love it. It's my favorite show, but it's like you really can't watch an episode more than once and get the same effect. So, you know, I made some money off of each season before going out and buying the newest one, and I just finished this one, so I'm gonna sell this one and go get season 6 sometime very soon. You know, then I got season 10 of South Park, the Cole of Cartman Revelations, which is hysterical, and then a little box of Butters, which is awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it's not, like I said, it's a tiny ass collection, and I know that. But I am going to be working on that. Hopefully, pretty soon I can manage to, you know, actually bulk it up a bit and hopefully fill up the shelf. Which, you know, over here I have a bunch of CDs. It's so sad because, like, I don't know, I'll probably do a separate video on my CDs, but I used to have so many CDs. It's so depressing to see this right now. I used to have hundreds of CDs, and this is all I have left because I sold a bunch of those too. The ones that I have left are, you know, the ones that either I got really recently or I just could not give away. But definitely, I might show those in another video if anybody wants to see it. I don't know if anybody does, because nobody collects CDs anymore, but I do. I'm a big music person. There's also over here, there's a bunch of loose CDs. But anyways, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You know, like I said 100 times throughout this video, I talk a lot when, you know, I do these kinds of videos. I don't know why, I just don't shut up sometimes. Probably nerves. But anyways, you know, it's a small collection. I do plan on bulking it up quite a bit. Again, I want to thank you, Jay, for the help, the great gifts you sent me. You really did not have to do that, but I'll one-up you next time. I promise you I will give you, like, gold or some shit. But, you know, I'm happy with it, with the movies that I do have, and I will be adding a lot more. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's quite lengthy, but, you know, for my first video, I did want to kind of introduce myself pretty well, you know, pretty vividly, I guess. You know, there's a lot to this video, so, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care.